Rule number 2. All adjectives will have the same case, number, and gender as the nouns they describe. Think of an adjective as just another part of a noun. We have a pretty house, la pulcra. Let's just talk about one house, and so both words are in the singular, and the gender of la is feminine, so pulcra is also feminine. If that pretty house is in Italy, then both words are in the nominative case. If I see a pretty house, well, now it's the object of the verb, so both words are in the accusative case. And if we plural it, then both of these words are in the plural. Cicero only has pretty houses, las pulcras. If we have two nouns or more being described by just one adjective, then the nouns can be singular while the adjective is plural. So this Nīsus et Euryālus prīmī. The adjective prīmī is masculine nominative plural because it describes both Nīsus and Euryālus. What if we have nouns of different genders? Well, often the adjective will agree with the nearest noun in gender and number, like in this example, where multae is feminine singular because it's closest to operae, even though laboris is masculine. But generally, if we're talking about living things of masculine and feminine gender, we'll default to the masculine. And this is the typical rule in languages related to Latin. The strongest men and women would have feminae et viri fortissimi, and we default to the neuter if we're talking about things that aren't living. Labor et voluptās iuncta sunt, where iuncta is neuter, even though labor is masculine and voluptās is feminine. The same rule applies when we have adjectives in the predicate, so after words like esse or videre. Puella erat fortis, the girl was strong. Fortis is feminine nominative singular because that is the case number and gender of puella. And in this sentence, confūsus videor, I seem confused. Confūsus is in the nominative masculine singular because it agrees with the subject of videor, an understood ego. I am masculine singular. If we change the subject to men in the third person plural, we would also adapt confūsus to confūsi. Viri confūsi videntur. This concept allows for Latin to have a far more flexible word order than we are used to in modern languages, especially in its literary forms. So in poetry, we can have a line like this one from Ovid's Metamorphoses, where the adjectives are removed from their nouns. But that's okay, because we match up the adjective Gallicus with canis, because both are masculine nominative singular, and vacuo with arvo, because both are neuter ablative singular. And so we can translate it as when a Gallic hound saw a hare in an open field. Thus, rule number 2. All adjectives will have the same case, number, and gender as the nouns they describe.